Welcome. Another episode for today. I tried to take a nap, couldn't, and that's okay. So, here we are. It's been a fucking week, that's for sure. I'll get right into it. I warmed that chai tea. I warmed that chai tea 3 different times already. God damn, dude. God damn. Yeah, I went to New Way on Monday. That was fun. I got to go up early. However, my set was kind of delayed a little bit because the first time I had a person like live streaming, like live streaming me and like the people before me. And I just like wasn't really about it. It didn't really seem right to me. So I called him out on it, and that didn't really go as well as I wanted it to go. Made the mood bad right in the beginning, which wasn't good, but it's not like I want to do it at the end either, so we can actually stream my stuff. So it was a catch-22. And plus I don't want, like, the next comedian or whatever to get live streamed either, because he doesn't know. I was the only one that asked the question. There was like 4 other people before me, and everyone just assumed that he was a regular comic, because that's what like someone normally does. If they want to record themselves, they would just put it on a stand with their phone. But I asked the question right in the beginning. I was like, raise your hand if you're not a comic, and he raised his hand. So I was like, oh, what the fuck are you doing then, But it's whatever. I try to get him by the end. The other 2 non-comics. It was fine. It was funny. Last episode, I talked about how you need to have a good mindset. And then the last 2 times I went up, I fucking did not tell myself to have fun for some reason. And it immediately translated. And I would love to take my own advice all the time, truthfully. All the time. Things I thought about throughout the week. I was trying to make a bit about that, like, Redskins, like, the concept of talking about Indians that way seems very absurd, because have you ever seen a white guy after a blue collar job? Like, they're the reddest piece of trash ever. How are they even considered white? They are way more redder than any Native American I've ever seen in my life, I wanted to like come up with something else on top of that, but I apparently I'm full of premises and concepts and none of the punchline shit. Punchlines is where I fall off. No, sometimes I can do it, but it's a lot harder than others. It's a lot harder for me than other people. Um, so I did cut my hair. I'm sure you can't really tell, but I'll show you the back of my head. I'm sure you can't even tell that either, but I had bought this thing on Amazon. It's kind of nice because you put it on your head like, this, and then right in the back here, you can, it helps you make your own fade, which is what I really wanted. And yeah, it's not much of a fade. However, I wasn't really testing the limits to it, you know? I wasn't testing what I could really do. So that was nice, you know. It wasn't too difficult. Um I was pretty happy with it. I think next time I'll do more of a skin right here and then have it go up like that. So we'll see. I want to test it out and everything. I'm just tired of wasting money, man. I'm tired of wasting money. I haven't got a serious haircut since before COVID, honestly. Um, 'Cause yeah, before before COVID, I had dreads, and then during COVID, had shaved my head like this, and then for middle of COVID up until like 2 months ago, I had long hair up until like right here. So, and then now I'm trying to do fades. So it's been about since probably around 2018, 2019. Yeah, it's been a long time. I just refuse to pay 30 to 50 bucks every 2 weeks. I just don't want to do it. It is the biggest, um, like time spending savings that I do, truthfully. Everything else I probably spend willy nilly, but still, you know? Um, oh man. One of the other bits that I had thought of more recently is more of a complaint than anything else. I severely, I severely don't like bidet people. They they just bother the fuck out of me. Um, and I always find that like if you are a bidet person, you are in a cult, you know? And it quit talking to me how much your butthole is clean. You know? I am perfectly fine with a dirty asshole than a lot of people. Okay? It just seemed like it came all of a sudden, and then here we are having to talk about bidets. And it comes up in like really weird times when people start talking about it. And then like, dude, if someone talks about bidets and there's another bidet person across the room, that person is running to us to be in the conversation to convince another person to be on bidets. I swear to God, it is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with having a crusty asshole sometimes. One one of the one, one part of the bit was was is really talking about Napoleon and how he would write to his wife on the field and to tell his wife, "Hey, honey, I'm about to go home. I'm about to come home soon. Can you not be sanitary?" You know, he would ask like, "Don't shower, please don't shower, and don't shave." I would imagine he was he had eccentric tastes of women. Furthermore, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people should be like Napoleon. Yeah. It's just so much obsession over having a clean asshole. So much obsession. Yeah. But another thing I've been hating on. This is one of my strong beliefs I've had for about 6 or 7 years. One of my strong beliefs is I despise Dans with a really big passion. Every Dan I've currently met has slightly ruined my life in like either a small way or a big way. And I'm sick of it. And I am completely racist towards Dans. I do not give a shit. I'm I'm to the point where if I meet a Dan and they say their name is Dan, I will say to their face, I am racist towards Dans, and there's a good chance you are going to ruin my life. So I'm going to try not to talk to you. I'm I'm just over it. I'm fucking over it. I'm fucking over it. It sucks. Yeah, dude, I hate Dans. I really do. Never met a good Dan. Mm-mm-mm. Um, so I went to Roadhouse last night. I was going to go to the new one, the Tony V's, but shit changes. It's why I don't text anyone to say I'm coming because I might feel it differently. Um, Afterwards, after one set and then going to another one. That's why I don't like tell anyone. Which is good because I had thoughts of doing it and people just started hanging and no one really left, and so there was just good conversations. I'm not about to leave a good conversation. Good experiences inside, and you have great conversations outside, and majority of the time I can hear really well compared to like New Way where I like the outside aspect a lot. On the flip side, if I'm at the bar and I don't have a seat at the bar, I cannot hear that well, and it makes it way more frustrating, and it's just not enjoyable for me. So yeah, had a lot of fun there, man. Had a lot of fun. Set not so great. I wasn't super happy with it, but my friend, an older friend, he killed it. He simply fucking killed it, and I was so happy for him. So much. He's truly on the wave of just not giving a fuck, just really going rogue. And it's so inspiring to watch because he's just truly being himself, and it's really wonderful. I I have a deep affection towards him. He he just there wasn't that many people that weren't comics, and there was probably three people not comics paying attention. And one of them was by themselves, and then there was a couple at the like a man and a wife, a couple at a table, and not many comics were like paying attention to him. So he like grabbed the mic, saw like, oh, this cord can go really far, and then he just went up and sat at the couple's table with the microphone, just saying his bits. Oh man, it was so fucking funny. And then like he would he would look behind you like, "Fuck off! I fucking hate you." And then he would go right back into a bit. And oh my god, was that so fun? Oh man, yeah. And I tried so hard to keep that momentum afterwards because I was right after him, and I was so happy for him, man. But I knew I didn't have that energy in me at that moment, so I'm like, ah, fuck, ah, man. Yeah, that was so much fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So we were all talking outside, and one of the things we pretty much all agree on, and that I kind of like had to think about a little bit more, which I kind of knew, but it's nice to hear it from other people, your suspicions on things. Open mics matter. That isn't a powerful statement, but open mics matter on the simple fact that open mics allow you to dive into yourself, and if you can be yourself and make yourself laugh when no one is feeling it, and you're the one that's entertaining, you're the one that's putting all the effort out when everyone is silent and dead, and you're having a good time and you're going against everyone else, going against societal uh norms, I suppose, you will go very, very far. You become so comfortable in your own skin that you're ready for anything, you know? I think the saying is something to the effect of, here, this is me being my mom right now. She has no fucking idea how to do sayings, but I don't either. So come from the same cloth, I suppose. Something to the effect of, you have to do it. You need to perform to no one until you perform to a crowd. And that's true. That's 100% true. No one else is going to do this for you. This is something you have to experience on your own. And it experiencing that might take years, it might take months, and it also takes a lot of hard work, and it's you have to you have to work it out. You have to. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I got some cool news though. Very good news. Very, 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 very good news. I told myself that I wouldn't, I'm not gonna try to get booked for my first year. I don't want to get booked my first year. That didn't seem like something I should be prioritizing. That I would rather just do open mics and really push on that, because that's the most important thing, and I knew that right in the beginning. And so confirming my suspicions is nice. On the flip side is that I had gotten an opportunity, not to be booked or anything, but I personally believe it's better than being booked, and it's being a part of a sketch group, and I'm fucking excited for it. I'm really excited for it, man. I didn't expect this whatsoever. Um, it feels good, I suppose, in some sense, to my peers to at least acknowledge the fact that I'm like practicing being funny, you know? That's nice. I think just acknowledgement really, really is wonderful. There's only about 7, including me, with the starting of a sketch group, but you know, there's a lot of ideas being thrown and what kind of sketches to do and process, but I mean, we got a lot of the shit out of the way. We got a lot of the equipment, so we don't really got to worry about much of that, you know. So things are really looking up, and I'm happy for it. I really am. Yeah, it really blew my mind because after that meeting, I immediately thought of, if you know me personally, I thought of that 14 months ago I was in Excellency, and now I'm in a sketch group. That's how fast life moves. And not in a bad way either. Not in a bad way. I wasn't worried about not making friends out here. I was worried about really nothing. I knew it was going to be great. I just didn't know how great. Yeah, it's a fucking beautiful thing, honestly. That made my day. That honestly probably made the rest of my year, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm going to work hard on it. I swear to God I'm going to work hard on it. Push myself, you know, trying this podcast out, trying to make some sketches and shit, you know. We're just going to try our best and see what happens. I fully believe that if you stay consistent, something is going to happen. And I'm in it for the love of the game. So I don't got to worry about the consistency part. I know something's going to pop when it pops. So I ain't really too worried about it. This shit gives me something to do, and I fucking love it. Yeah, so I'm never watching that movie. No. I think I decided I'm never watching that movie. The Bullet Train. I'm sorry. I just have too much on my plate now, I guess. Still playing Balatro. Still getting really good into that. Um, haven't watched all my anime yet today, but in due time, one of the two of the two of the sketches I want to introduce to the group that hopefully you'll see at some point. I don't know if it'll really like it or not, but I'll tell that to you. One being that I I ran in cross country and track in high school, which is really the only time I will ever talk about high school if it involves running. Um, and with these meets, like these track meets, I wasn't like the slowest, but I had techniques. One of the techniques was to be funny, and whenever I would I would be exhausted, just exhausted running, and I'm putting so much effort into running, and I would see someone I would want to pass, and I would pass them, but like I would want to fuck with their head a little bit, and so in my like exhausting breath, I would say like, "Hey, your balls are showing," because we would have to wear the shortest shorts ever, or if I like run past a guy and their parents wave or whatever, and, and I would say, "Oh my God, is that your mom? Wow." Nice. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let me fuck your mom, and then just run right past them. Yeah, I'm wondering if I could turn that into a bit. Um, well, not into a bit, into a sketch. The other sketch thing I was thinking about was my mom is deaf. I think I said that in the first episode, and she she has crazy sniffers. I mean, really good nose. And if she's like smells someone that's like just disgusting and awful, she has like just no, she just doesn't give a fuck. She'll bring out like a air freshener spray and just start spraying them like right behind them. Oh, dude. And be like in public too. It's not like everyone is watching, you know. I think that would be a fun I think that would be a funny sketch. Um Another one that I thought of was going to the hospital for FOMO, just being like having it be such a serious disease that you're actually dying from it. I wanted to think of some more things on top of that, but I might cut that out. Who knows? Yeah, man. Life's been good. Life's been good. I changed my background paper. That's been really fun. Oh, dude, man, I've been wanting to play Doom. Fuck. I've been wanting to play that, but I don't want to pay it. So I think it's good. I don't know. I haven't really seen much advertisements, nor have I seen any videos of people playing it. So who the fuck knows? All I seen was the trailer, and that's it. I mean, I haven't really seen much hype about it whatsoever, so I'm kind of scared. I'm really hoping it's good. Uh, yeah. So the next episode, I want to do ranking of my favorite anime trans girls, and I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Uh, and I think I like ranking, so I think I can do a little bit more on that too. I'm looking forward to that um Dark Souls multiplayer game, but once again, I don't want to pay for it, so we'll see how long I can last not doing that. I'm really happy about the other podcast. I believe it's called A Very Good Time with Jake and Francisco. They're fucking killing it. They really are. They're killing it. They're doing live podcasts. They're being themselves. So Friday, gonna go to Canton, Canton. And then afterwards, gonna go to Independent. Not a pro heckling night, but you get 3 or 5 minutes, I think, depending on the person or the time. So should be a good time. I always love going to Indy. Indy's definitely my favorite place. My favorite place that isn't a club. Well, it is the club. It is the club. I mean, like, it's really House of Comedy, Comedy Castle, and like Independent. These two are the same, you know? So, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Everything's fucking fun, man. Everything's fun. Well, toodaloo. On to the rest of my day. Be good to yourself. And have a good one. Have a good one.